Hey everyone, this is Mark Says Hi from Raw Dog, Sirius 104XM 150. Earlier today on Comedy by Request, I debuted Conan O'Brien's brand new single from his 7-inch vinyl released by Third Man Records. It's called And They Call Me Mad? It's an improvised version of the Frankenstein story, as done by Conan O'Brien. Followed up by him getting interviewed by Jack White, the man behind not only the White Stripes, but also Third Man Records. Without further ado, from earlier today on Comedy by Request, the world premiere from Conan O'Brien, right here on Raw Dog. All right, it's time for Comedy by Request, right here on the Raw Dog, Sirius 104 XM 150. You're home to uncensored comedy. My name is Mark Says Hi. I'm joined by A. Dizzy on the ones and twos, as always, pressing the buttons, making the magic happen. And it's a very special edition of Comedy by Request today, because we're going to intergalactic premiere a very special track. In fact, 2 tracks from a 7-inch single that's part of the Green series from Third Man Records. Conan O'Brien, you heard of him? He's
Who's
like he's like an open micer or something. Well, he slipped in to Third Man Records, knocked out some live tracks, did an improv spoken word about Frankenstein. And everyone that's listening right now is going to have the pleasure of getting to hear this a day before everybody else. We're going to intergalactic premiere Conan O'Brien's new 7-inch record from Third Man Records right here, right now. 866-4-RAW-DOGS, the phone number 866-472-9364. And a brand new friend we just made from Third Man Records. His name is Ben Swank, and he was the drummer of this band you're listening to right now, the Soul Dad Brothers. Love those guys. Ben, welcome to the show. How you doing?
Thanks, Mark. Doing good.
What's going on, man?
Not much. Sweating about 300 degrees in Nashville, and I'm in a nice air-conditioned studio, so I'm doing fine.
So you just asked for a couple towels. I don't know who's there with you, but
they gave me a bucket.
Pour some more water on those sauna rocks, man. Make dreams come true. Now you go by the Ghost Rider down there at Third Man Records. So what's the story behind that?
I don't know. We just don't really have titles, so we got all come up with our own titles. And Pinball Wizard was taken, so that was kind of the next best thing.
Well, Ben Swank, you work at Third Man Records, and you guys are releasing this 7-inch tomorrow from Conan O'Brien. And this is a very cool, very unique situation. He's doing a spoken word. He's doing his sort of interpretation of the Frankenstein story.
Yeah.
And now let's get to the bottom of this. How does something like this happen? Conan O'Brien winds up in Nashville, and then boom, magic.
Well, we kind of try to just grab artists when they're on their way through town, because we've got a studio all set up, so people can come by and they can get something done within a day. We can do the pictures in a day, and if they're on tour or something, they can just be on their way, and we can take care of the rest. So he was doing Bonnaroo, and he was kind of on our top of our list of bands doing Bonnaroo to do something, and he was just really receptive to it. And we were like, "Do you want to come do a show?" And he was like, "Yeah." And we were like, "Well, do you want to do a couple records?" And he was like, "Yeah, whatever you guys want to do." So he was really cool with it. And the way the track came up was he was literally just testing the mics. Like, they weren't even really ready to go, and he just started rambling, and it was a good take, so we just kept it.
Oh, that's genius, man. It's only Conan would provide, of course. Now, who just gets in touch with Conan? Hey, Conan's in town. I'll just shoot him an email, have him swing by. What's the relationship there?
Well, the label's owned by Jack White, so they've got a long history, and they're old buddies. And I think Jack just kind of reached out to him to see if he'd want to do it. And I mean, there was no complications at all. He was like the most laid back guy in the world. He just came in and just hung out all day and just had fun, played guitar, sat on everybody's laps, which was kind of weird.
Was that a personal request?
I don't know. It was a bit of frottage or something. It was a bit creepy.
That's funny. And of course, the cover of the 7-inch is a nice headshot of Conan.
Yeah.
So if you're wondering if he had a beard at that time, he did have sort of a well-designed beard. Yeah,
it's not even red. It's kind of screwed up.
Yeah, that's kind of weird, right?
Yeah, I think it was like his blue period, you know. I'm feeling a bit down and out. Just gonna grow a beard. What the hell?
Talking to Ben Swank right now from Third Man Records. There's actually a store now in Nashville, which is where you're at. And this started in Detroit, right? And sort of migrated down to Nashville. So what's the story there?
Well, it was kind of a label, sort of in name alone, just so Jack could license his records out to other labels and kind of retain control of things.
Very smart.
We didn't really have a bricks and mortar store or offices until we moved down to Nashville about 20 months ago now. And then the idea was, if we were going to do it, it was going to be kind of a whole self-contained DIY kind of thing where we can record everything ourselves, take all the photos, do all the design ourselves, and then sell them in our storefront. Kind of like a old-fashioned kind of way of doing it.
Well, it's a fantastic idea, and nothing but the best of luck with everything that's going on there.
Thanks, man.
I think it's really special that you're keeping sort of that feel alive with the attachment to music. I think that's really important. And you guys feature an actual record, so when someone says, hey, my record is coming out, it's actually a record that's coming out, right?
Yeah, we don't do CDs. We just do strictly vinyl, mostly 45s, and then, it'll be on iTunes, too, because you can't really deny that world. But for us, kind of the vinyl's kind of the best and sort of the definitive product. So, yeah, you're not going to get CDs in the store. It's going to be all 45s and LPs.
thirdmanrecords.com, and if you happen to be in Nashville, the address is 623 7th Avenue South. You're kind of like on the outskirts of downtown, you said, right?
Yeah, we're right next to the homeless shelter. So if you're in Nashville and you're down and out, spend a night at the shelter and come buy a record.
And They Call Me Mad is the track we're about to play right now from Conan O'Brien. This is on the 7-inch record, which is part of your Green series. So now, we were talking a little bit before this interview. This is only the second thing that's a part of this? It's a spoken word instructional series?
Second in the Green series. Most of our 45s are the Blue series, which we take on a blue background. And then the Green series are just people talking or talking to Jack or whatever. And they kind of tell you, they're meant to tell you a little bit about what they do and who they are and things like that. And it's kind of ideas just to get all kinds of different walks of life and put just put their stories on record. And we were pretty lucky to snag Conan, I think, as a part of that.
Well, without further ado, I think we should play this. This clip is called "And They Call Me Mad," and it's an improvised version of Frankenstein. As done by the one and only Conan O'Brien. So when I first heard, I didn't know what to expect. You think, Conan, what's going to happen here? Well, this is what did happen. On the phone right now with Ben Swank from Third Man Records. You can order this right now. Go to thirdmanrecords.com or swing by the store.